Hey there guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Lero with LeroIsGaming, and we are back with another Overwatch 2 video. So I don't know if you've heard the amazing news, but we finally got it. The beta is being released next week. Yes! So if you haven't already, get up right now. Go sign up. I'm gonna put the link in the description here. Also, it should flash on the screen right up here. Make sure to go to that link, try a few times. I had a little bit of lag when I was trying to do it. I had to spend about 30 minutes trying to get in there, but hopefully by this time, some of the Blizzard servers are a little bit less battered down by people excited to try it out. Make sure you go sign up. Now, you may be hearing a little trickle of information here in the next coming weeks. Be aware that people will be under NDA, and so they won't be able to quite fully disclose everything, but we should see some initial results, some initial thoughts, and I'm really excited to see how that turns out. We're gonna get some new maps, we're gonna get new game modes, we're gonna get new heroes, all the stuff you've been waiting for. It's really great. For those of you who had a little bit of faith, it's really nice to finally see this is coming through. Now, just to clarify, this is going to be PvP only. You know, I kind of think that this may be related to the Halo Infinite success, where they released the PvP a little bit before the PvE, and it really actually turned out quite well. They were able to finely tune the PvP mode and just the game in general before releasing that main content. So I think that's really exciting, and we're gonna see a lot of stuff with that. Now that said, once this initial week or two goes by, we're gonna see at the end of the April, for those who did sign up, you'll be chosen, hopefully, and it will show, you'll be able to try it out at the end of April. And I don't know if any of you have been here from Overwatch 1, but this is similar to how it happened last time, where they chose random keys. Again, I don't think it was necessarily based on what time you signed up, but you know, due to various different parameters, they choose. I don't know if it's random, but that said, they may choose you, and so you'll hopefully get a chance to do that. But again, I'd expect over the next coming months for you to be able to get your hands on it. I'm sure they're going to open up to a larger group of people, but probably not everyone. So be on the lookout and make sure you go sign up on that link. Now, let's move to some of the differences and some of the things you can expect, some of the things you can be looking forward to with Overwatch 2. So we've got the first and most important thing, which is it's going to be 5v5. So for those of you who are thinking it's a 2-2-2, you tank players out there, off tanks, who think they're going to go in there and play Zarya, well, I've got some news for you. I think they are reworking Zarya and some of the other off tanks, but it's going to be a lot harder for that single tank. There's going to be one tank available, and then 2 healers and 2 DPS. So again, the tank role is going to have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, which could be very good. It could be very bad. It's hard to say, but we will probably find out at least that much in the coming week or two. My guess being they'll adjust the gameplay based on those initial responses. So again, this is starting about 2 months before the Overwatch League, so they'll have a little bit of time to work through things, get competitive, so that when they do eventually play, it's not like a completely new game. So that's really good. So again, the first most important thing is the 5v5. And now let's go on to number 2. The other most important thing is new heroes. Finally, we've had a dry spell, months and months with no heroes, and we finally are getting our hands on Sojourn. I have no idea what to expect from Sojourn, but that said, keep an eye out again on that first week. We'll probably hear a lot more about Sojourn's abilities, but Sojourn is included in the lore, and there's little sections and hints here and there, so I'll probably just show them on the screen here. But again, there's not much known until we get our hands on that initial release. We've got 4 new maps. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm personally sick of Paris and Horizon Lunar Colony, and I just pray for map selection, but besides that, 4 new maps is a good second best. So hopefully we'll get a good look at them. We've seen some of them in the just the playing that we've seen from the Overwatch League. We have Circuit Royale, which is an escort map. We have Midtown, which is a new hybrid map. New Queen Street, which is a new push map. And Colosseo, which is a new push map. So again, we're gonna get a much better look and a much better understanding about these maps, what we can expect from them, how to play them, positioning, different things like that. I think the pros will have a really good understanding, really good start that's going to be able to maybe help inform the rest of us, just regular people down here. All right, and we are on to the next amazing thing you can expect for Overwatch 2. and that is going to be a new game mode, which is called Push. Now, I'm going to show a little bit of footage here, but essentially, it looks like it's a combination hybrid that we can expect, similar to pushing the escort, and it's not quite clear at this time, but Push is the new game mode, so we can expect a little bit more opening up of various styles. Again, Overwatch has become a bit stagnant in terms of where you're positioning and what characters you're selecting. So this should really open up new metas, new ways of playing, and I think that's so important for people like myself and others who have been sticking around long term and still play this game all the time. So again, that should really open things up and create a fresh feel to it. So one of the other great pieces of news is that they're going to be releasing frequent content, regular updates. That was one of the things that happened sort of at the end of Overwatch 1, was just that we didn't see as much new, fresh content as maybe like Fortnite or Apex Legends, where they're constantly releasing new content. And that's just something, that's a big criticism that I hope that moving forward, they try to keep things fresh. I had an idea to really kind of like Warcraft 3, where they would have tournament modes, or StarCraft, where you'd have just temporary tournaments. I've seen some other streamers mention this idea. I think it's a really good one. But again, we just want to have new, fresh game modes, ways to keep the game fresh, and new content is the perfect way to do that, so that's another piece of news. And now let's get on to the next thing, which is new character designs. And I'm going to show just a quick video here. I saw this on Twitter, but I thought I would share it with you here. You'll see there's just a lot more detail to a lot of the characters. Some of them, like for example, Winston, it's more of a recoloring, but for the most part, you do see a lot more lighting changes, color changes, a little more detail there, and I think that's going to be really nice when playing the game, just because it is 2022, so we want a game that doesn't feel like, and it may just be crazy to think about this, but Overwatch came out many years ago. I think it was 2013 that we really started to get our hands on it, so again, we were looking for a fresh graphical update. So now we're going to get to our next thing, which is hero reworks. All right, so I don't know if you're an Orisa, Doomfist, Sombra, or a Bastion main, but if you are, you're in for a bit of a treat or disappointment. You're going to be dealing with some hero reworking. I'm going to show just a few clips here of Sombra. We've also got Bastion. You can see there's just some huge differences. Doomfist, again, already a problem, but hopefully with this rework, it'll be a little more of a sustainable character, a little bit more, have broad skill base rather than one punching people into infinity and beyond. But that said, there's going to be all these reworks. I'm going to hold off on, again, reporting too much of those changes because we just don't know. We only know briefly from what we saw, but with this initial release, it's not quite clear which things they carried over. So I'll let you know first thing on this channel when I find out. All right, and we're on to the next thing, and that is a new ping system. Now again, I don't know if you've been playing any modern games, Apex Legends being one of them, but pinging is huge, and of course anyone can who knows about pinging is just going to see the immediate impact this can have on the game in terms of team dynamics, team play, positioning. I mean, I myself as a healer am already excited, but as a tank, I can imagine you're even more excited because you're leading the charge. With the ping system, you can really make huge changes. Again, that's from the PvP perspective. From the PvE angle, again, you could see how that might be very, very useful. So that's another thing, is a ping system. Now we're on to the next thing, and that is we have a guild system. Maybe, hopefully, we're hearing rumors about it, so maybe it will happen. And that's, again, one of the things that was missing from Overwatch 1. It was a huge criticism, literally just this idea that there was, it was a very isolating experience. There was just maybe 1 to 6 people. There was no way to really create a cohesion. If you play World of Warcraft or other games where they have guilds, it does create a sense of community, which I think, again, was lacking in Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2, hopefully, will make some changes to that, and the guild system, if it happens, hopefully will be one of the ways that happens. And again, for now, it's just a rumor, but we'll find out soon if that indeed will be implemented. And now we're on to our last and one of our most exciting, okay, that's the most important information, and really the only reason you came here, right? But it is the price. Is it for console, PC, etc., etc.? The price, we don't know. Overwatch 1, I believe, was $40 initially, and I may have believed it raised up to $60, so you can expect it to be between $40 and $60. Now, that said, if you own Overwatch 1, you're not going to have to upgrade, from my understanding so far. You're going to already be able to engage in the PvP version of Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1, because it will be connected, but you will not have access to the PvE content. And that's, again, this is what we have initially, but it could change in the future. But it will be for console and for PC. So again, you should have your option. If you have a PlayStation, Xbox, you're on your PC, you're going to be able to play. I know there was a lot of rumors and things with Microsoft acquiring Blizzard, but again, it does look like PlayStation will have access to this. And like I said, if you own Overwatch 1, you'll already have access to these changes. I believe the new hero as well. What I think you won't have access to is that PvE content. And that really brings me to the last thing, which is our PvE content. Now, this is going to be the biggest change because we've seen through some of the seasonal events, the Archives event, Junkerstein's Revenge, things like that. We've seen some seasonal content with PvE, killing creeps and killing just mobs. But I think in this instance, we're going to see a way more extensive version of that. And of course, the games having improved so much over those years, I think it'll be much more in depth. We really don't have an idea about when we can expect that PvE, though. It's still completely up in the air. My hopes are that we'll hear stuff over the coming months. But again, if the PvP is coming out, it means that they do have something tangible. So we probably, again, will hear something relatively soon about the PvE. But again, that will be probably one of the most exciting aspects of it. I don't know if you've seen some of the footage, I'll show it here, but you can see May and Reinhardt. There's just complete reworks in some of the abilities that they have. I don't know in terms of whether those will be able to be used in PvP or PvE only. It's not quite clear. Maybe some abilities will be in both or just one or the other. But as you can see, they are quite different from what we've seen in the past. And so that will be the last and most important thing, which is, again, that PvP edition or PvE edition. And we're not going to really know anything more about that for quite a bit of time. Again, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But in the meantime, yes, we've got PvP, we've got Overwatch 2, it's real. That all said, be sure to check back here if you love Overwatch and you're looking for more Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1 content. My channel is going to be touching on various games, but I am a GM in Overwatch, so I have a bit of a little expertise. I'm still a pleb compared to the pros, but that said, I do love the game, highly ranked, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it and share some of that knowledge with you. Maybe you've seen my other channel, but if not, have yourself a good one, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.